Hi there, I'm the Bearded GM, and I'd love to be the first to welcome you to my own homebrew world, the land of Theylia. Well, it's not my entire homebrew world. You see, it's just one of the countries. I've been developing this homebrew world with my friends in person with games for the past 7 years, really. So it's been a while, and it's a giant work in progress. The thing is, it's not complete, and it never will be complete. I'm not a Tolkien or a George R. Martin or anything like that. I don't have the ability to make this vast world with all their different languages and everything. I'm able to make some small examples of a silly little world full of wacky people sometimes. And I hope that's going to be good enough for you. But what I really want to get across is how much fun I try to have with my players. So, a little backstory on the land of Theylia and how it works. For this particular show, or season, or inaugural adventure, however you want to look at it, this will be taking place a little bit forward in time past the medieval/high fantasy setting. It still will be high fantasy, but it'll be more modern day than anything else. One example of this is most people don't really travel by horse and carriage anymore. Most people travel by basically horseless vehicles or cars, essentially. These cars are powered by engines that run on magic, and therefore there's not really a need for horses anymore. Except for maybe for pets, or I guess glue? Well, that's a different story. Anyway, another change about this world is some people will actually have access to things like crystals that can be used as cell phones. They're not like your typical smartphone today. They're more just, you make calls, and it's like a sending stone without any limits on things, you know? And we kind of joke about that in the beginning of this first episode. A map of Theylia will be posted online in some capacity or other, whether that be Patreon or Ko-fi or just on our Facebook page, somewhere that you can see it and get a feel for the world and what it feels like. And then that way you won't feel kind of lost whenever we're back in town. But a lot of this adventure takes place elsewhere, in other worlds. We're going to be doing a lot of traveling, so if that's what you're into, great, fantastic. And one more thing that I want to make sure everyone is aware of, the backstories of our characters that we will be following on this adventure, all of them will be available on our paid tier for Ko-fi or Patreon or whatever we end up using, because quite frankly, at this point of me recording this, we have nothing set up. But we intend to put content on there to make sure we have something to offer to the people who want to support us. So I've been rambling a little bit too much on here, so I will go ahead and wrap this up. One thing I want to make sure is known before we get started. Our quality is not where we want it to be. You pretty much hear this from every person who's ever started doing their own podcast thing, that they don't know what they're doing, so therefore their quality ends up being really subpar for the first while. And that's kind of where we're at right now. We are recording off of one mic in one of the people's living rooms. Their kids are in the background. You will hear the dogs like claws clattering on the hardwood floor. You will hear an AC unit in the background every once in a while. You might hear people trying to whisper in the background while I'm trying my best to edit those out as best I can, but I can't guarantee that all those will be gone for the editing process, especially for the first couple episodes. But I just want to thank you guys for your patience. Please, I hope you stick around to hear the rest of it. I know we have a great story to tell. We've already recorded about 10 sessions. I think we just finished our 11th, actually, if I'm not mistaken. I have to look back on it. But yeah, it's been a great time, and we've had a fantastic run of it. So I really hope that that fun and that passion really shows through to you guys, so you can see where we're at from our side of the fence. I want to make more episodes of this for you. I want to make sure it's a thing that we can have a lot of longevity with. So I very much appreciate you guys supporting us just by listening. Even if it's not so much, joining our Patreon or Ko-fi or whatever it is. Just listening to the podcast in any way you can really, really will help us. It gives us views. It kind of helps us justify what we're doing here. So again, I want to appreciate every single one of you for listening to us. In the meantime, let's get started on this adventure, and remember to feed your mind and your beard. See ya.